Hello, I'm gonna be reacting to a dumbass video once again called Fans Are Done with Starlight. This is a The Boys video by a channel called The Boys and the Girl. It's just a dumb video. I'm gonna be reacting to it, debunking it. I don't know what the title will be, probably debunking another lame ass video.
Starlight brings nothing to the Seven, and yet
That's already false. In the show, she represents the fact that she's the only real good hero. As immediately when she was joined the Seven, she was immediately diddied by the Deep.
real reason they won't get rid of her. Fans are done with Starlight, and
not real fans.
Honestly, it's not hard to see why.
Yes, it is.
She doesn't have any real powers.
Yes, she does. She probably has one of the most OP powers in the entire Seven.
But is somehow always one breakdown away from quitting the Seven again, calling a spade.
You're saying that you wouldn't also quit the Seven if you were dealing with some of the shit in the Seven.
A spade, Starlight is a liability. So why is the Boys obsessed with keeping her front and center on the show?
Because she's one of the main characters. She's one of the moral backgrounds. She represents the good in superheroes.
What purpose does she even serve in a world filled with superhumans, killers, and maniacs who could
the good ones, the good superheroes, to represent that not all heroes are bad in this verse, and there are good ones. There are genuinely good people with V in their blood.
vaporize her in any second? Let's face facts. Did we really need her after season 1? How has she survived this long?
Yes, we do. We actually do very much. I'm gonna turn it up.
We've got the answers, and trust us, you would have never seen it coming. The fact is, Starlight is the weakest member.
So you're saying she's weaker than Translucent in the Deep? You're an idiot.
Of the Seven by a long shot. Let's break down the power hierarchy in the Seven. Homelander is a god. Dave is made of steel. A-Train runs like really fast. Black Noir is a silent assassin. Even the D, for whatever he's worth, controls the entire ocean.
He does not control the entire ocean. You are a dumbass. Was this some sort of AI generated, like ChatGPT ass script?
And then there's Starlight. Her powers depend on a light switch. She's basically a phone that drains fast under pressure. Her blasts might look dramatic.
She's more of a solar panel. She absorbs the electricity and then outputs her own power using it.
But they won't even leave a mark. She's not the god, the assassin, or even the unpredictable wildcard. She's just
the moral background.
There, and yet she's the perfect.
She's not just there though. She's one of the most important characters in the show.
Superhero for some reason. Good enough to make it into the best of the best, the Seven.
Because the Seven isn't about power. It's about who can give you the most PR. Do you even watch the show?
How? In a world where superheroes are just celebrities with body counts, Starlight is the only one who still behaves like the idealized hero.
Because she was raised to be like that. All these other heroes were just raised to be PR stunts, or were just corrupted by the Seven because they were too scared to fight back.
And when she fails at it, but the show needs Starlight, or what she represents. Everyone seemed to collectively forget that The Boys isn't actually about superheroes. It's about corruption.
You just contradicted everything you said. What is wrong with you?
For power, propaganda, and the collapse of morality. Every major character is evil, corrupt, or complicit in something awful. Except...
No, not Huey. Not Maeve. Not Kamiko. You don't even watch the show. It seems like you typed in the title of this video and into ChatGPT and asked it to write the script for you.
Starlight. She's the only one who consistently tries to be good, even when being good costs her everything. That's why the writers won't get rid of her. They don't need her, not as a powerhouse, because she can't be one, but they need her as a mirror. Okay, so think about it. Starlight is showing everyone everything that's wrong with the Seven. She's breaking down everything that Vought is lying about. Starlight exposes every piece of rot beneath Homelander's shiny veneers. You know about yin yang, right? If Homelander represents the danger of unchecked power, Starlight represents the impossibility of staying morale when surrounded by monsters. Without her, the tone
But she does. She does stay morale.
collapses. With her, corruption always has something to corrupt. She might seem frustrating because she was meant to be that way. But
No. No. You don't understand the character. Stop cooking.
she didn't know this. Starlight was meant to be annoying. Not because of bad
No, she wasn't. You are annoying.
writing. I mean, come on. The boys in bad writing? Nah. Starlight was
Yeah, The Boys has never had bad writing, and anybody who says it has obviously just doesn't watch the show or doesn't like politics.
meant to be annoying because she represents idealists who enter corrupt systems, thinking they can fix them with glitter and fairy dust, only to then realize it's hopeless. She's the intern who believed her first job would change the world, only to discover her boss is a sociopath with a god
That is a weird terminology, but okay.
complex. Literally, the writers want you to feel her frustration. They want you to feel her helplessness. They want you to scream, Starlight, do something! That feeling of helplessness is exactly what the world in the show is built on. It's part of the world building. And she's the only major character who genuinely belongs to both sides of the show. The Supes and the boys. Homelander doesn't trust her.
Let's light this candle, huh? I mean, sure, I'll lose everything, but then I'll have nothing to lose.
A-Train annoys her, Ashley manipulates her, and Yumi leans on her.
A-Train doesn't annoy her anymore. In the season 5 trailer, we quite literally seen them hugging. And then Kamiko called them friends.
Too much Yumi maybe, while Butcher tolerates her sometimes. She's the only character who can walk between both factions and reveal information they'd never otherwise see. Basically, she's the most useful narrator. Through her perspective, the audience understands what life inside Vought actually feels like, how toxic the Seven really is, how terrifying it is to stand near Homelander, and how it's also pure propaganda to control the public. Starlight keeps the show grounded in a lot of ways. Again, in no way are we saying she's the best suit there is. She's not. And her powers are like a stray cable somewhere. It's more about what she represents. So, Starlight.
Why do people keep getting her powers wrong? I've heard somebody say she manipulates electricity. Like,
reminds the audience that even in a world dominated by gods who will kill you like it's nobody's business, most people, even suits, are scared, overwhelmed, and are just trying to survive. She's not the flashiest hero, but realistically, she's the sort of hero the world needs, especially the one in the show. A baby's friend? Homelander would roll his eye. Starlight panics. Innocent people die? Homelander probably killed them, while Starlight relieves them. Vought destroys lives. Homelander couldn't care less, while Starlight tries to speak out about it. And when Homelander tells her it's all hopeless, Starlight keeps fighting anyway. Without her, every other character becomes too unhinged, too corrupted, too far gone. And yeah, that includes Yumi, Butcher, Frenchie, and MM. She keeps the humanity needle from hitting an all-time low. People don't care. Social media is full of complaints.
alright, I'm done with this video. I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna skip to the good parts. Alright, I skipped to the next chapter. So far it seems like this will be the really irritating parts.
exists because the audience needs hope. The Boys is violent, chaotic, cynical, and increasingly depressing each season. If every character was broken as Butcher or as monsters as Homelander, the show would collapse under its own nihilism. Starlight is the lifeline. She's the reminder that the world of the Boys hasn't fully burned down. She's the last thread of hope. Not because she's powerful, but because she keeps fighting long after she knows she'll lose. That's her role. That's why she's still here. And that's why the Boys will never get rid of her, even if fans are tired of her.
Alright, that was it. That was a dumb video. Bye.